What's good? What's good? What's good? So I was in the midst of recording a video. I was in the midst of recording a video, but then you know what I came to? I'm not a fake nigga. You feel me? I was trying to do something different for the channel because I went to trending. I went to trending and I seen as you can see I'm barely into the I almost like I said I went to trending. I seen all of this. What caught my eye is Disney is dead. So I'm like, oh, okay, this I don't care about U.S. versus Spain. I mean, I do fuck with basketball, but I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna know any of these niggas in Team U.S. Um, I care about boxing, but I don't know. I don't know who Anthony Joshua is. I don't know who Robert Helen is. I don't know who do. So I was doing the Disney shit, and I gave
Theater this year
7%.
alone across all their studios.
I don't give a fuck about this shit. I don't. So I'm not gonna sit here and subject y'all niggas to some shit that I personally don't give a fuck about. I really don't care about that shit in the fucking least bit at all, bro. At all. So I'm not gonna be fake and just I'm not gonna be Darth Vader or fucking Obito.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates.
Again?
Word of how you could die a hero or weapons are. The Iron Fist of the Galactic Empire ruled everything.
All thanks to the super powerful super murderer Darth Vader. But beneath his spooky mask lay the husk of former nice guy Anakin Skywalker.
As a child among the harsh wastes of Tatooine, Anakin longed to one day free
Okay, Daddy Vader.
his fellow slaves as a heroic Jedi.
Lucky for him, he met Qui-Gon Jinn, a Jedi who believed little Annie was the chosen one
Honestly-
who would bring balance to the Force. No pressure, right? So he took him under his wing to become the papa he never had.
I love the factual shit about it. I wanna watch it, but I don't know how y'all niggas feel about it. So I'm gonna do this right. For this video, we're gonna let it play because I love Death Battle, bro. For this video, we're gonna let the factual shit play. For the next one, depending on how it goes, if y'all want to see, I'll watch because like I said, I love watching the factual shit. If not, I'm gonna skip that shit. Next time, I'm just going straight to the battles. But let's get it.
Or so was the plan, until... yeah.
Instead, Qui-Gon's apprentice became Anakin's mentor. But while Anakin sought a father figure, Obi-Wan saw him as more of a brother.
I'm sure that won't cause any awkward tension whatsoever.
Drama and trauma aside, Anakin quickly became a powerful Jedi. He excelled in lightsaber combat and the Force, an energy field that binds all living things together.
The Force lets Jedi move stuff with their mind, fend off mental attacks, predict the future, and make people believe these
I don't see Darth Vader being Obito. I really don't see Darth Vader being Obito.
aren't the droids they're looking for. They're basically space wizards.
Through rigorous training and a not unnoticeable natural talent, Anakin was particularly skilled in the Form 5 lightsaber fighting styles, Xian and Jem So.
Also known as the Way of the Crate Dragon. You know that big sand dragon Mando blew up from the inside? Yeah, make that a lightsaber.
Form 5 is incredibly versatile, well suited for defending against lightsaber and blaster alike. It focuses on blending parries with devastating counterattacks, aiming to win duels through overwhelming pressure.
Perfect for the Padawan who just bulldozed his way through training to become a Jedi Knight.
Even as a newly knighted Jedi, Anakin could keep up with some of the most experienced Jedi Masters and Sith Lords of his time.
But he had plenty of other problems to deal with, like his late-blooming rebellious teenage angst. I mean, you don't just throw a kid into space monk school and expect him to forget everyone he ever cared about, right? Well, apparently that's what he was supposed to do.
The life of a Jedi can be difficult and cold, something Anakin could not accept. And so, rather than let his secret wife die in childbirth, he was seduced to the dark side through the promise of power.
And so began his Jedi kill streak, until Obi-Wan gave him a glorious lava bath. How refreshing?
But thanks to his new Sith Master Palpatine, our young warrior was saved, reborn, rebuilt.
I never watched Star Wars, so this is interesting to me. I never watched Star Wars.
He was now Darth Vader.
Vader is a badass.
I'll be back. I'm gonna still be listening, but I gotta go do something. I gotta loogie. I don't want y'all to hear that shit. So I'll be back.
Everyone knows it, and they're terrified of him. I mean, just look at the guy.
As impressive as his armor appears, you might be surprised by its quirks. See, while the Jedi view the Force as an ally, the Sith see it as a tool from which they draw power through passion and emotion. Most potently, negative emotions. Palpatine trained Vader by not only making him believe he killed his wife, but also ensuring he would never forget the monstrous machine he had become.
By making the suit suck ass and piss him off. Seriously, Vader hates this suit.
The armor would beep at random times just to annoy him, and the life support system was outdated from the start. Sometimes it would even turn off for several minutes.
That doesn't seem good for someone with burnt up lungs.
And it was so heavy and clunky that he could barely walk, sometimes even resorting to moving himself with the Force.
Oh man, I knew Palpy was evil, but I never knew he was such a dick.
Well, despite these issues, the armor fulfilled its true purpose, crafting Darth Vader into the equivalent of a slasher movie villain commanding a galactic army.
Nobody wants to mess with him. Thanks to the dark side of the Force, he can make maelstroms that blast everything away, form barriers that shield from all sorts of attacks, and choke anything that's even a minor inconvenience. Hell, sometimes he skips straight to crushing your lungs.
One time, a droid named I-5 tried to kill Vader with a laser stated to move 300,000 kilometers per second. That's light speed.
I didn't know that the suit was that painful to him. I just thought he wore that shit for you know. I didn't know the suit. The suit helped him live type shit. I didn't know. I thought he just wore, you know, because he's Darth Vader type shit. You feel me? I don't know the reason behind it, but that's nice to know.
And Vader easily blocked it.
And for as much bullshit as Palpatine threw at him, Vader was tough enough and stubborn enough to push through it.
Palpatine knew that Vader would eventually try to kill him and take over the Empire. It's how the Sith work. So he constantly fanned Vader's hatred by sending assassins after him to make sure he was still worthy of being his apprentice.
Oh, that's nothing. One time, he blasted off most of Vader's robo-limbs, destroyed his armor, dropped him back on the lava planet, and told him to make his way back without the Force.
An impossible task, yet one Vader accomplished.
Yeah, because he really, really, really wants to kill Palpatine.
And that hatred is...
That's wild. This nigga went through thick and thin, bro. Okay, Dark. Tuck your shit. I mean, Darth. Okay.
is apparently useful in keeping Force wielders alive, and has sustained many Sith in conditions that would otherwise kill them.
I'm sorry, Liam Neeson. Should have hated a little more.
Vader has killed hundreds, possibly thousands of Jedi, including Obi-Wan himself. He's fought entire...
No wonder this nigga's fucking lightsaber in Fortnite was so goddamn broken. The blue one was shit, but the Darth Vader shit that threw rocks, that nigga was one-tapping everybody.
entire armies on his own, and even taken on monsters the size of mountains.
He's so unstoppable, an assassin.
I still don't see this nigga beating Obito though, bro. I really don't. Is 10-tail Obito gonna be a thing in it? Is that allowed? Is he gonna be able to go to that form? Because he absorbed the 10-tails. So is that gonna be a form? You know, let's keep watching. I really don't see this nigga beating Obito, gang.
Assassin droid hired to kill him quit the job because he calculated that Vader was impossible to kill.
And in Ewoks material from the old Legends canon, a real deep cut, we know, lesser darkside users like the Night Sister Shiral overpowered the Sunstar, an ancient artifact capable of shifting moons, a feat which would require energy worth over 12 septillion tons of TNT.
This is where like I like Death Battle, because they find the science in all of this shit, and it makes sense how they do it. They could just be throwing out some bullshit numbers, you feel me? But the way they determine it, at least they present that they determine it, I will believe every fucking thing.
24 zeros. But if you want something more recent, here's a planet blowing up while Vader was on it, and he's fine.
But thanks to both his incredible power and the mercy and trust of his secret son, Vader would eventually avenge the atrocities of Palpatine. Even more important, he finally saved someone he loved. Ultimately, Anakin Skywalker truly did bring balance to the Force.
Oh, you a good guy now, my boy. Alright, let's get up, dude.
Hokage, the leader of the Hidden Leaf Village and their strongest ninja, respected and loved by all. Though few have attained this title, many have strived for it.
One such striver, sadly lacking in parents, wanted to both help people and be acknowledged by the rest of the village. And what better way to do that than having your face carved into a mountain? If you think I'm talking about Naruto, guess again! This is the story of Obito Uchiha!
Obito unfortunately lacked the natural talent for ninja arts attributed to his Uchiha bloodline.
So he signed up for ninja school and eventually joined a team with his rival Kakashi, his crush
Wait, hold on.
Naruto, guess again! This is the story of Obito Uchiha!
Obito unfortunately lacked the natural talent for ninja arts attributed to his Uchiha bloodline.
What you mean attributed to his Uchihas were always gangsters, bro. If anything, Obito is the one nigga that's like that really of the Uchiha bloodline that's an abnormality. Don't say attributed because he was an Uchiha, that's why he didn't know, nigga. All Uchihas is gangsters, bro. Every Uchiha that we know was a menace. Itachi, Shisui, Sasuke, even Sasuke's daughter, bro. Like, nah, don't do that. Obito becomes a menace. Like, nah, don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
So he signed up for ninja school and eventually joined a team with his rival Kakashi, his crush Rin, and their leader Minato. Where do you think I can get it?
May I hope. I want you guys to watch Iron Man, bro.
Do a ninja school like that?
Not one that teaches you to harness this form of chakra, a limited form of physical and spiritual energy that exists.
Yeah, nah, they don't watch Naruto because they do it whenever you Sakura. That bitch is hated. For why? Usually Naruto, bro. Usually anybody else but that bitch. Usually Ruka Sensei.
This inside all human beings and, naturally, can be weaponized.
He can use it to run up walls and make clones of himself, but even better, blow shit up!
This is ninjutsu. Among its many techniques include elemental attacks, and the Uchiha specialize in all things fire.
Big fireballs, small fireballs, waves of fire, columns of fire, you name it, they've got it. So when Ninja World War III came along, it totally made sense to get this fire ninja involved at the age of 11. Yikes! Well, lucky for Obito, he had one more secret weapon up his sleeve, eye socket, the Sharingan.
The Sharingan grants extremely precise vision, allowing someone to see the flow of chakra, predict an enemy's attacks, cast a variety of genjutsu illusions, and even break out of said illusions.
Too bad he didn't get to use the red eyes much. Like 10 minutes after he got the damn things, he got smushed under a big rock. What a way to go! But
Naruto did the biggest okie doke, bro. I would have never guessed Toby was Obito until they announced it. Cause I really thought it was dead, bro. I really thought it was dead.
since he wasn't expecting to use his super eyes anymore, he handed one off to Kakashi. And then he died. The end! Just kidding!
Miraculously, Obito survived long enough to be rescued by another Uchiha, the legendary Madara. Madara granted Obito a new body, regenerating the limbs he'd lost.
You're probably thinking, oh, what a swell guy. Except he was not! Madara was brewing some plans for world domination and needed a pawn to carry them out. So he tricked Obito into watching Kakashi kill Rin, making him fall victim to the Uchiha's curse of hatred.
Within the Uchiha clan, there exists an ideal of being
Well, damn, bro. Kakashi didn't even do it.
extremely devoted to love. It has been speculated that if a particularly powerful Uchiha loses someone important to them, that love will be replaced with an all-consuming hatred. This is how Obito awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Or Red
It's crazy that they both winning that shit at the same time. Dude. This fight scene was amazing.
Eye 2.0, the Mangekyo gave him a new jutsu called Kamui. With it, he can suck his foes into another dimension and leave them there to die. He can even hide weapons in there until he needs them, like his gun by fan. But even better, he can phase through stuff.
Well, not quite. Kamui gives Obito the power to move through objects in a manner that's similar to the common phasing super.
It's kind of like Lemillion's power of premonition. That for all you that's hard. That's not to say. Just think of it as Lemillion's power of premonition. If you watch one My Hero, think of Lemillion. That's it. He's the Lemillion of Naruto. Damn near, to an extent, but better.
Power into the Flash or Kitty Pryde. In reality, it's much more complex, as Obito is actually teleporting parts of his body into the Kamui dimension whenever they overlap with other matter. See, there's his body parts right there.
Well, if it looks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's phasing. Heads up! Yeah! Way later on, he also got another super eye. Man, he's really swapping these things around like a Prime sub on Twitch.
This Rinnegan grants Obito the power of the 6 paths, giving him some nifty abilities like controlling gravity with the Deva path, ripping out souls with the human path, and summoning giant monsters with the animal path.
With all of the awful stuff he'd gone through, Obito realized that the ninja world was corrupt to its core. His dream of everyone being happy and working together was never gonna happen. So instead, he agreed to carry out Madara's Giga Brain plan to control everything.
Donning
Infinite Tsukuyomi.
masks and multiple personas, he recruited a number of rogue shinobi to form the Akatsuki terrorist group and kicked off Ninja World War IV, all to revive the monstrous Ten Tails.
I know what you're thinking. Was it though?
And just to find out this nigga was both of them were being manipulated by a fucking Zetsu. That's crazy.
The whole point of this to stop war in the first place? And that's a very good question. Anyway, the Ten Tails!
A living mass of near inexhaustible chakra, the Ten Tails possesses tremendous power. It can create massive thunderstorms and hurricanes, multiple clones of itself, and the devastating tailed beast bomb.
Forget bomb! That's basically a super nuke! This chakra ball is so explosive, it can eclipse continents and reduce mountains to dust.
Comparing the surface area of this blast to the surrounding mountains, dispersing that much mass within a fraction of a second must have yielded a kinetic energy worth over 13 septillion tons of TNT.
That's 24 zeros! Again, Obito wanted that power for himself and was willing to throw
The way they're talking about it makes me think that they're gonna have 10 tails Obito forming this.
hands with anyone to get it. He's held up against master ninjas like Kakashi, Minato, and even Naruto in his monster energy drink form, which could outmaneuver the fastest attack from the light-speed Raikage.
And he far surpassed all of them when he finally sealed the Ten Tails within himself, becoming its Jinchuriki. This little makeover granted him unlimited flight, power rivaling the legendary Sage of Six Paths, and the truth-seeking orbs.
These special little bowling balls can shapeshift into any form the user wants, like a staff, giant arms, an umbrella thing, or this crazy spiral blade that apparently helped shape the whole world. Oh, holy shit, it's huge!
The truth-seeking orbs can completely disintegrate anything they touch at both a molecular and spiritual level. Only those with the power of the Six Paths can resist their effects.
Plus, with the Mangle monster in his system, Obito's regeneration got amped to the point where he could survive having half of his body control Alt deleted away. All cards in his hand, he was ready for the final stages of the Giga Plan.
Bro, there's no way Darth Vader is beating Obito, gang. Ain't no fucking way.
He summoned the God Tree and prepared to launch the Infinite Tsukuyomi, a powerful illusion that would trap the entire world in a never-ending dream, free of conflict and sorrow.
But the violent cruelty of the ninja world could only quiver in fear when the anime protagonist walked in the room. After getting one-two'd by some talk no jutsu, Obito saw within Naruto the spirit of his former self, someone who was always trying to help others. And they'd say his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Obito joined Naruto and Kakashi in saving the world, giving his life to protect his friends. And in his last moments, he entrusted them with reaching the dream he had so long ago, to become Hokage, of which they both succeeded.
Though he may have lost his ninja way, Obito Uchiha overcame his hatred and helped realize the world he wanted. Again? He can't keep getting right away.
It's time for the battle! Put your bets in the comment. My money's on Obito. Darth Vader, you ain't shit. You ain't fucking with the Naruto squad. Let's get it.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Look at this nigga. This nigga playing golf and you think he gonna beat? Oh. Okay, this is a bad picture. This is a bad
It's time for a death battle!
I sense your fear, your anger, and a power. I will be taking it.
Nigga, you can try with my dead body, nigga.
That power will save this cursed world. You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. Then you will die. What?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Too easy.
Nah,
I
nigga, this is
expected
dog.
more.
That nigga.
I won't disappoint.
My hate me ass. Man, it's so smooth. That shit too smooth. So many juice. Oh no, flame killer. Okay. Let me push! Niggas, oh my god, this is lit. This is lit.
You've lost your humanity as well.
On the path of the dark side, it is inevitable.
Let's get it! Dominate juice. And tail.
Impressive.
What you gonna do, my boy? Remember, this shit did 13 and 24 zeros. He defeated something with 12 and 24 zeros. So let's see how you handle this. Okay? Wait. Yeah, that's lit. That's lit. That's lit.
No.
Yeah, they got him with a Jinchuriki.
This is inevitable.
Let's get it! Do it! Do it! You know, big potato, bro. Oh, come on. Yeah! That nigga on this me! Look! Nigga disarmed them in both the fucking senses. Oh my god. Oh, you look. Hey, get off me, nigga. Still him. Want this shit? Nigga, pay.
Accept this gift and die.
Too late.
The reason why the Sharingan didn't work all great because Darth Vader had this fucking helmet on. It has to be eye-to-eye contact. Like, he has to see that nigga in the eye type shit. Oh, nah, you lost, bro. You lost. But at least you gonna die a happy dream. Whatever dream you desire, Darth Vader is gonna happen while you die. You feel me? I'm human. Layla? Is that her name? Layla? My wife? Is it you?
You are liberated from hell. Find peace in the next life.
Hey-o!
KO! Well, Vader may have been able to beat Obi-Wan, but he just couldn't handle Obi-2.
This was a fairly complex match.
You might have been able to beat Obi-Wan, but you couldn't handle Obi-2. This nigga Cody is hell, but that shit hilarious.
Both Darth Vader and Obito were roughly even in power and speed, so it truly came down to their skill and arsenals.
And boy, did they have some deep bags of tricks. Even some of the same tricks. Both could fend off mental attacks. Both could move things around with their minds. And they both even had options to instantly kill each other.
Vader could simply force crush Obito's body, but Obito could just as easily rip out Vader's soul. However, Obito had a few more impressive options available to him, edging out just enough to earn.
Nah, see, I look. This is where my debate is. If Vader could have done that, why didn't he do it? If it's a death battle, why wouldn't he just start off that from rip and just kill that nigga? The same way Obito could have just done so whatever. But what I think you could question, you can argue that, right? Vader could have tried to, like, let's say force crush this nigga. He has to force, you have to physically be touching the thing to crush it. You feel me? So what if he tries to crush that shit and Obito just whoop slipped into the Komoi dimension? You feel me? And then but then when he comes back out and tries to attack him, Vader could just whoop do that shit again. Like this. whatever.
win.
For starters,
Obito wins, nigga!
Kamui made Obito extremely difficult just to touch, let alone injure. And as a Jinchuriki, he could regenerate from half of his body getting destroyed. While the dark side could help Vader survive extreme conditions, it obviously can't regrow limbs.
Plus, thanks to his wide array of jutsu, Obito would eventually overwhelm Vader. While chakra may normally be
They should have used the fucking majestic flame.
a limited source of energy, unlike the Force, the Ten Tails provided Obito with an unlimited supply. And since chakra is both spiritual and physical energy, this means Obito would be able to fight on indefinitely.
Last but not least, Vader's preference for lightsaber combat means that he'd be up close and personal with Obito, right? Which left him vulnerable to getting disintegrated by one of the many truth-seeking orbs, or even worse, sucked up into the Kamui dimension. Yeah, don't forget about that. Not only would he have no way out, he probably wouldn't even be able to tap into the Force while stuck there. Game over. Have fun starving to death, I guess. Wonder how long you can feed on hate.
Darth Vader may have had a tenacity that few others could match, but again,
At least he died in a peaceful way, bro. At least he died in a peaceful way. That's all we got. R.I.P. to Vader. You put up a good fight with your Naruto. Help me out.
against Obito's similar might, busted regeneration, and overwhelming range of abilities, there was no escape.
In the end, Vader's victory just wasn't meant to be.
The winner is Obito Uchiha.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Is that Teen Titans? Raven versus Phoenix. You know what? Let's do one.
This episode is sponsored. Her body was enhanced to match.
A perfect vanguard for her for heroing without.
All right, the combatants are.
I'm gonna give it to my girl Raven. Like fucking when she adds off Metrium Synthos, like when she gets into that little dimension and you know Azrael actually, you know she gets that in his power. I think Phoenix get a smoke.
Set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a bird battle! Caw-caw!
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a bird battle! Caw-caw!
Oh my god, these niggas go pissed. I get it. Y'all got it, bro. Raven has always been baby to me. Like Beast Boy pick, he had the right way.
Come to burn my home to ashes.
The demon inside you is too strong to be left alive. I'm sorry. This is for the good of the universe.
Damn!
Azarath Metrion Synthos! Darkness take you!
Damn, bitch! That's a concussion. You good?
Darkness take you!
This bitch went full speed. Oh, girl, you good? Yo, we right? Yo, let's roll straight. Yeah, you good. Walk it off, boo. Walk it off.
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark.
You better burn?
Don't
Yeah,
control my
go.
mind!
Oh, it's a cat chick fight. Oh, they swinging here. Somebody get the water. There's something about a psycho bitch. Ooh, girls, laugh again. Yeah, Raven. You, that's bad. She pulled that shit out the cooch. All her shit deep, bro. Oh, nah, I put it in the cake. Stupid. I'm telling you, I'm fucking late. But you a Phoenix, though. You better rise. Okay, we got two psycho bitches. Oh, nah, she crazy. Raven, chill. She got Latino energy. Raven. Raven, not chill, bro. You gotta live, girl. You got that Indian, you can't listen to no bitches. Come on. Oh, she cheating. Raven, she cheating. Call your shadow pose. Oh, what? She got swag.
Let me cleanse you of your demons. Sear and scorch them all away. Burn!
No, I'll take this pain from you.
Enough! I'm taking everything that twisted you to somewhere white, hot,
Oh, damn. Raven, you can't go to the light, baby girl. Nah, this is a light, Raven. You fucked up. You fucked up. This is a light, Raven. You don't. You fucked up.
Scott, Charles, everyone, give me strength!
I am not the daughter of a demon.
I am a daughter of Azarath. Azarath Metrion Dicto!
Extinguish her flame. Come on! Y'all not fucking with the Teen Titans, bro. The original Teen Titans, not that bullshit Teen Titans Go shit.
KO! You know, I think they could have just talked this one out.
This was a nail-biter, and perhaps that's surprising, since Raven's reputation hardly matches that of the almighty Phoenix.
Probably because Raven's always holding back. When she does it, you don't have to dig too deep to see that these two are evenly matched in power.
The Phoenix Force was strong enough to hold back the destruction of all creation, but Raven had multiple showings of battling similarly powerful characters like Trigon and the Spectre, and both could compete with speeds exceeding infinity.
Sure, Jean got a power boost in the White Hot Room, but that didn't make her invincible. The Phoenix has been overpowered there before, like by this big green cat. So throw stats out the window. This fight came down to their abilities.
Both were immeasurably powerful telepaths. Both could control matter and time, and both could absorb each other's energy. However, Raven's ability to survive and fight as just her soul meant that most of Jean's offensive arsenal could not end the fight.
The Phoenix Force could have attempted to possess Raven's soul, but Raven has tethered her essence to other similarly powerful beings and absorbed them in the past.
And while the Phoenix's fire has shown to burn souls, Raven's has regenerated from complete disintegration.
On the flip side, Jean actually had very little defense against Raven's soul manipulation. The Phoenix could regenerate Jean's body, but not her spirit.
When Rachel Gray's soul was shattered, the Phoenix was actually incapable of healing it on its own. And while the Phoenix Force itself will be reborn in the White Hot Room, this can take months, years, even centuries.
So it could be one hell of a war of attrition, but ultimately only Raven had the ability to finish this battle.
Jean Grey was one of the strongest beings we've ever seen. But Raven's own awesome might, brilliant magic, and unique soul-destroying powers snuffed out her fire for good.
Will the Phoenix rise again, returning from that far, far shore? Quoth the Raven, nevermore.
The winner is Raven.
Come on, man. Come on. Y'all can't tell me Death Battle ain't goated. Guts, and whenever I'm putting my money on Guts on any fucking thing, I don't give a fuck. No one say Guts is winning any fucking fight, bro. Any fucking fight. Hold on, let's see how long this been going. 33 minutes. Alright, hold on. We could do one more. But we just gotta go straight to the fight. Yeah, y'all know what fight that I really fucked with the most was Static Shot and Miles. That was a good fight.
This episode is sponsored by...
That's mintmobile.com/deathbattle.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
100 men strong. What drives your slaughter? To save the high and mighty crap till you're dead.
Guts is not losing to nobody, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Like, Guts is not losing to nobody. Maybe before, maybe I'm sorry for pausing. Maybe it feels like old Guts before the little gray and the berserk outfit. He could have lost. He could have lost. But now Guts he not losing.
Tear your head from your shoulders! The dead must have their revenge!
Bitch, shut your bitch ass up, nigga! This nigga God of Thunder? He got elements! The one thing I'm sorry, but I just gotta say that the one thing y'all gotta respect Gus is his pain threshold. From Berserk, bro, through everything in that bullshit CGI season, I still watch it. I read the manga and then the nigga died, the reader died, bro. I don't know, the Berserk gotta continue, bro. His pain threshold is wild. You gonna get that, bro? You good? You alright? You alive in there, my boy?
Bastard.
Avenge us. Yield to
Promise, I'll kill them, all of them, down to the last one!
Black hell, nigga! If y'all couldn't tell, I love savage shit. Enough
of this!
No, fuck that. You're not about to use the fuck. No, you a game character. Chill out, bro. This ain't game. Come on, boy. The name is Guts, nigga. You is him. You not losing this, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, it ain't over, nigga. It ain't over, nigga. Where you going, nigga? Where you going? Too much pain.
Still
He blacked out. Fuck. The branded. They gon' not
We're both
take
shackled to the
Guts.
dead.
Don't let them
Foul
take Guts.
beasts will not have his soul!
Let's go. Bitch, touch it up.
KO! I don't know what's scarier, Dimitri the Demon or Guts still standing there. He was a badass till the end.
Being fast enough to dodge lightning, Guts actually had a slight speed advantage over Dimitri, though skills like seal movement and swordbreaker helped Dimitri close.
And then they always
And while
make you
Dimitri
cry,
had some minor healing magic to fall
Damn,
back
that
on,
was
it
tough.
wasn't gonna compete with the raw. Well,
that was
Still standing? Still standing? So we're both shackled to the dead. You foul beasts will not have his soul!
KO!
Gus gotta kill Griffith, bro. He gotta kill Griffith. He gotta fucking kill Griffith. And Casca, that bitch, she gotta remember that, but I swear to God, she better not go back to Griffith, bro. She better not go back to, yo, Griffith gotta get decapitated, and it gotta be by the hands of Guts.
I don't know what's scarier, Dimitri the Demon or Guts still standing there. He was a badass till the end.
Being fast enough to dodge lightning, Guts actually had a slight speed advantage over Dimitri, though skills like seal movement and swordbreaker helped Dimitri close the gap.
And while Dimitri had some minor healing magic to fall back on, it wasn't gonna compete with the raw endurance from the Berserker armor.
Still, Dimitri's absurd strength and wider pool of weapons and abilities gave him plenty of ways to wear Guts down. Against Dimitri's electricity
Guts
magic,
isn't immortal, so I would say that he's not immortal. That nigga's pain threshold is ridiculous, but he's not immortal, bro.
Guts' sword and armor were vulnerable conductors, making every clash an opportunity to electrocute him.
Sure, Guts has defeated lightning callers before, but he needed help. Not to mention, moves like Atrocity can pierce through armored foes, bypassing half the point of wearing the Berserker armor.
Guts could power through some of Eredfar's damage, but he wasn't invincible and could not heal from fatal wounds.
Then there's both fighters' raw power. Slaying demons is really impressive, obviously, but not always on par with magic nukes.
Remember, in Edelgard's route, she defeated Rhea, who survived 2 Javelins of Light. In Dimitri's route, he defeated Edelgard while she was a powered-up crest monster. That happened.
So, if Rhea could take on the Javelins of Light, Dimitri should be at a similar level. So, let's find out how strong a Javelin is.
In Fodlan's lore, several Javelins decimated a forest, forming the Valley of Torment. However, the exact number of Javelins used to create the valley was never given, making the power of an individual Javelin unclear.
But we do know the Javelins in this attack were supposed to hit the Garrigmok Monastery, until the goddess Sothis noped them away and they hit the forest instead.
Damn, bro. Damn. That's what brought me to tears, bro. That's what brought me to tears. It's the respect shit. It's the respect shit, bro. I love anime where like niggas respect the fuck out of each other. Not on some fucking fake say night bullshit where fucking Lancer broke Curse Saber's arm and she could have used that. I'm unfit. It was Fate State. It was the one with Castor was John. What was that nigga? That the monster nigga that was kidnapping the kids type shit. Well, when Lancer cursed Saber's arm and she couldn't use it, and they told Lancer, yo, you want to cast it there, remove that curse in case Saber could do it. I bet I got you. And they were fighting like, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm only gonna use one hand because shit, bullshit. No, I'm talking about shit where niggas do whatever the fuck they can to win. And at the end of that shit, they're like, you know what? Respect that shit, bro. Respect that shit, bro. This fight, come on, bro. Come on, gang.
Still standing?
Come on, gang.
So
That's on some Thor shit right there, bro. From Vinland Saga, this is on some Thor shit right
both
there.
shackled to the dead. You foul beasts will not have his soul!
And then this nigga is fucked up. His body is brutal, battered and bleeding all over the place. Yet he's still fighting demons to protect his fucking enemy, nigga.
Oh.
That's respect. Like, come on, bro. Camaraderie, bro. And then the laugh. Yeah. Come on, bro. That shit fire. That shit fire, bro. Hold on. I want to show y'all one more thing. Like I think one of my, I'm not gonna say my favorite. It was one of my favorite. Oh, Hellsing. Oh, this was a good fucking fight too. Alucard was not losing to fucking to Dio. I don't care what nobody say. Alucard was not losing to Dio. But you know what? Hold on, I got you. Oh, I spelled that shit completely wrong. Death, battle, static, shock. Excuse me.
Hey Wiz, you know what time it is? To be beams of action. At first, all this talking has made me hungry. But right now, it's...
This fight The music, this shit was clean, bro. Yo, I hope I don't get copyrighted for this shit. Yo, how do you do a copyright disclaimer? Like, yo, I don't own none of it. I'm not trying to take this shit, bro. I don't own none of this shit, bro.
For real? You attack me! Well, I got more than one electric psychopath to keep track of it. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Static Shock is my second favorite hero after the Flash.
Give me, but can I be honest? I'm fully transparent. You ride on trash cans. Shocking, you be my next man.
Me? Getting zapped? What's up with that?
You ride on trash cans. I could be my next. Oh my god.
That was shoulder touch. And I call this my taser punch.
Then you should hide in this precinct. I take a weekend in sequence, leave you weak and bleeding. You're so pathetic. Better call your mom. I know she's pathetic. I'm about to hit you with a force. Just electromagnetic. Go to war, see when I walk on the edge. Yeah, through the net, I got a shot for the web. I'm exploding out the end.
Wait, what? Keep ticking, keep ticking. Stop sticking, stop sticking. I'm gonna be completely emphatic.
Come on out, Spider Boy. Huh?
No more flying pizza trays. Shoot, that was my ride.
Alright, you can't be taking a ride like that, bro.
Okay, you've got surprises, but so do I.
Y'all heard that, right?
So do I.
Run to DC all you want, but you'll never be Miles, bro. Oh my god, bro. Gonna stop playing with me, boy.
What the fuck?
You ain't a real spider? Can't shoot your ass, nigga? Better shoot him out your ass?
All I gotta do is
Nah, gang.
McCoy.
You know who I am?
This electric biz is kind of my thing.
Yeah, just a little bit. You feel me? A little bit.
What? Plasma coil. If you hadn't noticed, this electric biz is kind of my thing. Oh man.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That was tough.
KO! Looks like we're kicking off this year with a bang. Poor Miles, though.
Honestly, I'm surprised how this turned out. At first glance, Miles appeared to have a good chance of victory.
Stop sleeping on Static Shock, bro. Stop sleeping on Static Shock, bro. Facts, bro. Big facts, bro. Static was childhood, bro. But yo, y'all can tell bro, amazing. Yo, Death Battle. Did y'all think of shit like this to make this content? Yeah, fucking amazing. That y'all put work behind it, like the scientific shit and all that. I could never do that. I would just debate you all the fucking time, but I have no facts. What? Gus is beating everybody, nigga. Who beating Gus? Nobody. Like, you feel me? Gus still didn't lose in my heart. He's still standing, nigga. He's just unconscious. You gonna come back. You gonna snap back to it. You feel me? But Dimitri, respect to you for defending Gus from the demons, bro. Yo, anime is amazing, bro. Real fucking talk. Anime is amazing, guys. Anime is fucking amazing. Alright, my niggas. I'll catch y'all later. If y'all like this type of shit, let me know. Y'all fuck with Death Battle, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like. Yo, subscribe, bro. Like, man, people watch my shit, but y'all to subscribe. What's up with y'all? Subscribe to the kid. I know I gotta earn it. I haven't earned it yet. Nah? Alright, hopefully in my next video I'll earn your subscription. Deuce.